the day of battle. He is the rock of our salvation in the time of storm. Our God is greater than the greatest. He's wiser than the wisest. He's higher than the highest. He's the great physician. Our God is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He is your provider. He is the light in the darkest hour. He is the power to protect and deliver you from powers and principalities of darkness. He gives you wisdom to those who ask. He is the all-seeing eye. His eye is on the sparrow, and his eye is on you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. God has not misplaced you. He has numbered the hairs in your head. He loves you. He is your defender. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad. Give him praise in the house of God. With a mind of Christ, never submit to intimidation. Don't ever yield to intimidation from anybody. When Roman soldiers came to arrest Jesus in the garden, 500 soldiers came from the Antonian fortress, and they said, "We seek Jesus of Nazareth." He said, "I am he." There's nothing threatening about that. Those guys who were trained in combat fell on the ground shaking like children. Who was in charge there? The carpenter's son. He had real power. He did not yield to the intimidation of Rome. A small businessman's clothing store was threatened with extinction by a national chain store that bought all the property on that block around that little store. And they went to the man who owned the little store and said, "We want you to sell out to us." He said, "No. This has been my shop. It was my daddy's shop before me. We're going to keep this store. If you don't sell out, we're going to build completely around you and drive you out of business." He said, "I'm still not selling." The Mecca Corporation, true to its threat, built a massive store around all four sides of the little store that was right in the middle. The Mecca store on opening day put up a sign, "Grand Opening." The little merchant that was right in the middle stretched a banner from one side of his store to the other, "Main Entrance." A mother had given her 9-year-old son piano lessons, and it was going nowhere. How many of you have given your children piano lessons and all they can play is chopsticks after 4 years? You're going to enjoy this story. This true story. In desperation, she bought 2 tickets for her son and herself to go hear Paderewski in concert. They walked in the theater, sat down, and the mother started talking to a woman next to her. Her 9-year-old son saw the massive ebony Steinway on the platform. He walked up on the stage, sat down, and started playing chopsticks. The crowd was mortified and started saying, "Stop! Stop!" Paderewski was backstage behind the curtain. He heard the crowd. He walked out on the stage. He saw what was happening. He told the boy, he said, "Don't quit." And he sat down beside the boy, and he started composing a masterful concerto that blended with this little feeble effort of chopsticks. And it was a masterful, beautiful musical presentation until the crowd stood and applauded when it was over. So how's that relate to you? Sometimes when you've done the very best you can, it sounds like chopsticks. And you feel like, I have really just fumbled the ball here. I'm getting nowhere here. God says, "Move over. Let me sit beside you. Let you and I play this out together. I can make this ugly mess beautiful. I'm going to show you what real music from heaven sounds like." God will sit there and make your simplest efforts a masterful work of beauty. Give the Lord praise in the house.
Praise the Lord, all you people. We're praising Him 24/7. We're bringing you the best in gospel music, traditional, contemporary, and quartet.
Morning, Mama. How you feeling?
Great, and I'm ready for you today.
I'm checking in on ya. Morning meditation?
Check.
Dressed and ready to work out?
Check.
Check your blood pressure yet?
And check.
Boom! Great job, Mom. And about those gold earrings?
No, ma'am.
Now more than ever, it's important that we protect them.
It is time for Yes with Yesse. Please welcome your host, Yesenia Leva.
Good evening, new season. Good evening. How are we doing tonight on this Thursday evening? Good evening, family. Hope everyone is doing amazing, amazing, amazing. It is Thursday. It is Thursday, pre-Friday. I love it. I love it. I love pre-Fridays. I love pre-Fridays because I get to be here with you guys. So it's a great, great time right now. It is the great time right now because this is a moment that we have right now. So good evening to you all. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining. I see you guys tuning in from wherever you are, and I greatly, greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much for being here. I see you, Sister Annie. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Buenas noches, buenos nachos. Buenas noches a toda la comunidad latina también allá afuera que nos escucha, y bienvenidos a otro episodio de Jazz with Yesse aquí en este jueves. So good evening. That was an intro in Spanish, Sister Anne Marie. I'll teach you later. Good evening, Reverend Crescent. Thank you for joining. And Brother Akil. I am honored, sir. I am honored. Honored. Thank you so much for joining as well. And all of our YouTube family, thank you so much for being there. I see you guys coming in as well. Do me a favor. Take a moment and share the broadcast. Just take 1 second, click that share button. Copy and paste the URL into a message and send it out to our family and friends that can, get a good outcome out of this show tonight. Even if it's just some fun, some music, share it with our new season family and beyond, so that we can continue to grow our community here on Yes with Yesse, which is always fun. And of course, 89.1, good evening to you. If you're on your way home, awesome. You're on your way to work. I hope you enjoy what you do. And hey, work is always, always good. Work is awesome. So enjoy the ride. Enjoy the night up until the morning here on New Season Gospel FM. Enjoy. So buenas noches a todos que están allá afuera. Again, take a moment to share and invite so that others know that we are here on Yes with Yesse. And again, thank you guys. Today has been a good day. Today has been a good overall day. Some challenges, some ups, some downs. Life is not perfect, right? But there's something good in every moment. There's something good in every day. And are we going to take that moment? Are we going to slow down enough to be able to see the good in the day that we have, in the minute that we have, in the hour that we have that has been granted to us, in the week, in the month, etc. So let's take that time to just slow down just a little bit, un poquito despacito, para ver lo bueno en cada momento y en cada día. A moment just to see the good in every day and every moment. A smile that you got, a simple hello, a phone call. Speaking of a phone call, this was my moment today, okay? And it made me smile. It made me very happy. So I'm always planning events. I'm always doing something. And today I got a very sweet phone call from a community partner. I've attended their events before, and we've worked together before. And he literally called me to say, "What can I do for you?" I had not spoken to this gentleman in a while. And he simply called to say, "What can I do for you? How can I help you?" And that turned my whole day around. I'm like, really? You're just calling to, how I can help you? And I know that they, it's coming from the heart because they have helped me and my organization and what I do before. So that was very comforting. That was very refreshing that people, do care. When you have similar visions and similar goals, people do care. And there's nothing wrong with working together when you're in alignment in what you want to accomplish, when you're in alignment with what you do. That was awesome. That was awesome. And I think that that is the piece, the missing piece to our society and to the community, is working together as one to reach a common goal. And that's what this gentleman reminded me of today. And it was great. It was very refreshing for him to do that. So I look forward to many good things coming our way as we serve our community. So yes, that was cool. So what are you doing to work together in our community? What are you doing to make a positive impact? What are you doing? What are you doing to get out of your little box and see outside the box of what you can bring not only to our community, to our church, but to the person next to you? We never know what that person is going through or what that person needs. So what are we doing to work together as one in this community that has been given to us with so much need? So much need. So let's think about that for a little while as we get started here on Yes with Yesse. And you guys go ahead, as I will do as well, and share the broadcast so everyone knows that Yes with Yesse is on. Compartan, denle like y compartan para que sepan que estamos aquí hasta las 7 de la noche con ustedes. Here we go. Let's get started, guys.
And we fall down, we lay our crowns at the feet of Jesus. The greatness of your mercy and love at the feet of Jesus. We fall down and we fall down, we lay our crowns at the feet of Jesus. The greatness of mercy and love at the feet of Jesus. And we cry, holy, holy,
we cry, holy, holy, holy is the Lamb. I love that song. I love that song. I know that song in Spanish too. So in my mind, I'm thinking of the Spanish version and then I'm hearing the English version. And Sister Marcia, you're making me laugh. She's making me laugh. She's like, you know, Facebook is not getting me the notification, but I saw it. I'm in here. She's like, I'm not getting the notification, but I subscribed. So I guess Facebook not like me. Yeah, Facebook not like anybody today, because this morning, as I was doing my usual and sharing it with everybody on Facebook, it blocked me. So I could see you guys on the show, but it blocked me. So Facebook's not very good looking today. Not very good looking today, Sister Marcia. But it's okay because we are here. So that's why we can send it to our friends and family in the inbox, in their messenger. That way they don't forget. And they don't say, well, you didn't send it to me. Yes, I did. It's in your inbox. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going before we get into a little topic and some news for today with another one of my favorites. I have a lot of favorites, I know. But here we go.
They say this mountain can't be moved. They say these chains will never break. But they don't know you like we do. There is power
Yes, we will see the impossible and we believe for it. We believe, we believe, we believe. That's just an amazing, amazing bilingual version there of we believe. Absolutely amazing. And it's true. What we believe, we become. What we believe with our mind and our heart and our soul, our entire being will be. It will be. And the biggest killer, I think, is the fact that we doubt so much, right? We doubt ourselves and each other at times so much, and that is the so detrimental to our success and to becoming who we truly are meant to become. To becoming who we are truly meant to become. I can't imagine if I would have stayed in that self-doubt of I can't, I'm less than, I don't matter, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. I can't imagine where I would be today. I cannot. And I'm so grateful that I am not where I used to be, and even more grateful that there is so much more to come. There is so much more to come that it's mind blowing, and I'm ready. I am ready to receive it because he is a good father. That is who he is. Miss Mina, this is for you because I know you love this song.
He oído miles de historias de cómo soy, cómo soy, cómo soy.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That is who he is. That is who he is. And we are loved by him. How awesome. How awesome. And what a love. What a love. What an unconditional love that we have is amazing. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Brother Enoch, I see you. Thank you so much. It's what we do. It's an honor. It's a pleasure. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So thank you so much for your comments. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Your service and time to God is not in vain. God keeps a register in heaven, and he records and rewards well. Amen. Absolutely. Have a good night. Well, good night on this side of the world and good morning over there. Have to go back to work. So enjoy the rest of your time at work. Thank you so much for being there with us for a brief moment. And everybody else, thank you all for tuning in here on Yes with Yesse. Sister Grace, I see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, he is a good father. That is who he is. That is who he is. And so, guys, you know, I'm always researching and learning and see what we can do to make a difference in our kids' lives and our students' lives in the school system and all those marvelous situations that we encounter, right? And then we get into the legal aspect of everything and the law, the legislature and the law. I don't like the legislature. I don't like law. That's why I didn't study law. But I do like the disability aspect of the law because it does make a huge difference in the lives of those with disabilities, as well as the service providers, whether it be in a positive light or in not so much of a positive light on both ends. So the first thing that I was reading about not long ago, why did I hurt your feelings? What happened? What's your matter? The first part of the news that I was reading that was like, the U.S. Education Department, that is, says that it's urging schools to limit suspensions of students with disabilities. This is good. This is good. A lot of our students with disabilities just get suspended because they're acting out. They said something inappropriate, all these different things, and they're just being suspended. And of course, as we know, our record that we maintain in the school system is very important as it pertains to attendance and so on and so forth. The reason a lot of our students get suspended or they get a referral and then after so many referrals, they get sent home, they get suspended is 99.99% of the time due to behavior. But who is talking to these individuals to say, okay, what's happening? Why are we expressing this behavior? Do they have any diagnosis? Are they on any medications? There's always a reason. There's a reason for everything. There's a reason for every behavior. There's a reason for every reaction. There's a reason for everything that we say, good, bad, or indifferent. So what are we doing to minimize the suspension of our kids who clearly have behavior issues, behavior situations that need to be managed and cared for? And what we're doing is sending them home, making them feel like they're bad children because they have bad behavior, which at the end of the day makes it worse. It makes the behavior so much worse because now for that individual, it's not about a simple behavior. Now it's about self. Now it's like, oh, I'm behaving like that because I'm a bad kid. I'm doing bad in school because I'm a bad kid, and we don't want that. Like, what are we implementing in our kids maybe by accident? And they're going to live with that for the rest of their life. That does impact our kids literally for the rest of their life. It's the same way if you tell somebody, well, you're not going to amount to anything. You're not going to go to college. You're not going to do this. You're instilling in that and you're putting a mark on that individual for the rest of their life. So it's important with the Department of Education that we work together to limit the suspensions of our students. And so that, of course, begins at a local level. Legislature can say whatever they want. That begins at a local level as it pertains to the people that spend the most time with our students, the teachers, the teacher aides, the helpers, the staff. It starts with them. They have the first say to say you're suspended or you're expelled or whatever the case. It starts with them. And I will always say and advocate and train to the best of my ability that these individuals get trained on disability etiquette training to understand what's happening with our kids and how to react accordingly before providing a suspension. They get suspended, then what happens? They go home and they get in trouble at home because of their behavior. So parents too, on the receiving end, is their responsibility to say, okay, why are you acting this way? How can I help you? Is it a situation at home or, what's happening? It's a simple question. Just ask, what can I do to help you? What's happening? Why are you acting? Or why are you expressing yourself this way? It's a form of expression, right? So that's that story, and I'm sticking to it. I don't like the labels. I would love to be an advocate to continue to remove labels in general, but more so from our kids with disabilities that continuously get in trouble because of quote unquote bad behavior, when in reality they're screaming for attention because something is going on. So let's communicate more and find out what is truly happening within. How can I help you? Do you need, can you come to a youth group church? Come to church with me. Do you need more than that? Whatever it is, but help our kids before it's too late. Once they get out there in society and society starts to chew them up, that child better be, strong, thick skin, for lack of a better word, and know, like, look, I matter. I'm good. This is what's happening, and be okay with that, and be okay to ask for help. I always say that too. If we train our kids at a young age to be okay with asking for help, life won't be so bad after all. And as a matter of fact, I'm a part of a committee in Broward County, here in our county, and we had a meeting this morning. And it's interesting because it's called the Special Needs Advisory Committee. I'm the only one on that committee with a disability. So here's a group of a lot of people talking about what we can do to help people with disabilities in this area or in that area, yet where are the individuals with disabilities? Clearly I'm vocal about it. So of course, I'm like, the first thing that we need is representation. That doesn't necessarily fall on them. That falls on us, on people like me with a disability, to be okay with being the first one in the room, a lot of times the only one in the room, like me, to say, look, this is me. I have this need, I have this disability, and this is what your group, your organization, and your services can do to help me. It's the same idea. And I had a lot of support on that statement, so grateful for that. And so now maybe when we are thinking about these services and these support groups and these things, you need to have representation of an individual with a disability in that room. Make them the chair, the vice president, make them something, because that'll motivate them to be more engaged. Ask the questions. Ask the uncomfortable questions nobody wants to ask. What is your need? Why do you do this? How can I help you make it better? What do you need? It's okay to ask the uncomfortable questions, because that's the only way that we're going to get true change. So I'm tired of being the only one in the room with a disability in many, many different instances, because then I get those same individuals asking me, how do you go? How do you get access? Or how do you have all these services? Or how are you so active? It is that simple, guys. I just go. I go and I make long-lasting relationships. I'm never, ever, unless it's something that God is telling me, like, this is not for you. It's never just a one-time thing and then I'm done. It's creating relationships, and that's the only way to get ahead. With that, I want to say, quiero agradecerte. I just want to say thank you for all those providers, for all those people that kind of put up with me over the years and support me. And it's because of all of that support that I am where I am today. And I just hope to be an example to at least one individual with a disability like myself, to let them know it is possible. If it's possible for me, it's definitely possible for you. But you have to show up. You have to show up. If you don't show up, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, but you have to show up. I just want to say thank you.
Solo quiero orar un momento más, pues pues en ti no dejo de pensar. Gracias Dios por amarme así. Y aunque a veces olvido que para mi necesidad provees, oh gracias Dios por amarme así. Me sostienes cuando sé que caeré. Tu amor es increíble, me transformaste. Aquí estoy como soy, vengo a adorarte mi Señor. Quiero agradecerte, Dios, gracias por tu amor, por tu perdón, por proteger mi corazón. Quiero agradecerte. Pude haber muerto en mi pecado, pero me viniste a salvarme, diste paz y fuerza para amar. Yo era el que debió pagar, pero tomaste mi lugar, mi Cristo. ¿Qué puedo decir? Y aunque no merezco tu amor por mí, en tu misericordia me amaste. Aquí estoy como soy, a adorarte mi Señor. Quiero agradecerte, Dios, gracias por tu amor, por tu perdón, por proteger mi corazón. Quiero agradecerte, quiero agradecerte por el sol. Quiero agradecerte su resplandor. Dios te amo, gracias, te quiero agradecer. Gracias por tu dulce amor. Aquí estoy como soy, vengo a adorarte mi Señor. Quiero agradecerte, Dios, gracias por tu amor, por tu perdón, por proteger mi corazón. Quiero agradecerte, gracias Dios. Quiero agradecerte, mi Señor, mi Señor. Quiero agradecerte. Oh, dímelo. Quiero, mi Señor. Quiero agradecerte, mi Dios. Quiero agradecerte.
Quiero agradecerte. That means I just want to say thank you. I want to be grateful. Agradecer is thankfulness. And Brother Joel says I'm making up my own words, but we're singing together. Hey, that's exactly what I do when I'm singing with you guys in the morning in the Pastor Steve Morning Show. That's what I'm doing with the reggae songs and all the other songs. Kind of acting like I know what they're saying and then look it up later. That's kind of how it works, but I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So thank you. Thank you for joining me and joining into the inclusion and diversity of the music, because music is definitely a universal language that we all can definitely understand. So absolutely. Guys, we're almost there. And did you know the HR is the House bill, basically, HR 620. HR 620 is an ADA, which is the Americans with Disabilities Act, and education. So it's the ADA Education and Reform Act. Fancy for a piece of paper with some words. Basically, it points to weaken the ADA law That means it's positioned to make the Americans with Disabilities Act law weaker as it pertains to the rights of individuals with disabilities by removing incentives for voluntary compliance with the ADA law and extending the timeline for those not in compliance. In other words, a lot of companies and providers and so on, they get incentives. They get, for example, a tax write-off. They get just different things that are available for their company for providing an accommodation to an individual with disabilities in the workplace. And so they want to basically kind of remove that, weaken that, because it costs money. At the end of the day, it's money, right? And so they want to remove the incentives for voluntary compliance with the ADA and extend the timelines for those not in compliance. So basically, if you're not in compliance with the Americans with Disabilities Act, there's going to be nothing I can do about it because they just want to extend the time for you to make those necessary accommodations so that I can continue working or I can continue, being a part of that company or whatnot. The reason that's not okay is because we are not doing so well on that as it is right now. As far as accommodations in the workplace, it has a lot of work to do. We still have a lot of advocating to do. And so, with this HR 620, and if it weakens the ADA law and it removes the incentives currently in place, then really the employers have nothing to kind of mandate or obligate them to make it happen. I remember for me, I was blessed because I worked for a company that hired individuals with disabilities. So I had kind of the best of both worlds where I was accommodated. It didn't matter. I was, they had to. They had to accommodate if they knew what was good for them. They had to accommodate. So, that's a blessing. But for a company that has nothing to do with disability, knows nothing about it, once they become educated, legally, they have to do the accommodations. So the fact that it would take longer for an employee to get these accommodations, if they get it, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay for the individual wanting to work, and it's not okay for the employer to think that that is okay. One of the main reasons as a person with a disability, when we get services, we are in a time restriction, especially for employment related services. There's 30, 60, 90 days, maybe 120 days for a specific service. After, so I have that amount of time to get it together in the workplace. If I don't, most of the time, I'm not going to be successful on the job because I don't have the accommodations that I need, nor do I have the appropriate services that I need, whether that be transportation, uniform, bus pass, food on my table, so unless I have that in place, I'm not going to last on the job. So for you to tell me that those accommodations that I need to perform the job accordingly is going to take longer, that's a problem because I'm going to lose everything else. What happens if I lose all the other services? I'm going to have no supports, so I'm going to lose the job anyway, which unfortunately is what happens in a specific service provider because it takes so much time to get them a job coach as it is and everything else. So that's a big no-no. That is a big no-no in Yesse's book. So that's why we work to help out our clients as much as we can without having to kind of depend on these government-related I don't want to say government-related providers, but because I'm one of those. But without depending on just different things, just to mainstream everything and do it as easy as possible for the people working together in our community as one for that particular individual's needs. It's not that difficult. It is really not that difficult, but we'll get there, right? I hope we will get there soon. We will get there soon. So I'm going to play the last song for you guys of tonight. An hour goes by very, very quickly. I want to thank you. Thank you for joining Yes with Yesse. It's always an honor to be here with you guys, and I truly appreciate your support here on Yes with Yesse. So I'm going to play one more and then we're out of here. And tomorrow, Fun Friday. And I will see you guys all over again next week, God willing, on another episode of Yes with Yesse. So let's go. One more song before we get out of here. Aleluya, tú eres el Señor. You are God. You are God. Guys, we're almost there. We're almost reaching the end of another episode of Yes with Yesse, and I will be back with you guys, God willing, next Thursday at the same time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. here on New Season Gospel FM. Thank you guys so much for joining. I want to encourage you to please support your number one gospel station, New Season Gospel FM. Ways to give, you can do it right on the website, newseasonfm.com. You can do it via Cash App, $ New Season WC, or Zelle 954-536-1821. So for those of you that are online on our Facebook family, it's right there across the screen. And for those of you listening on 89.1, that was the information there for you guys. Again, most popular Cash App, $ New Season WC, right on the website, newseasonfm.com. Your support is greatly appreciated all the time. No amount is too small, and we just love to bring you joy, information, the Word of God, and there's probably nothing else we'd rather be doing than doing this with you. For me, I enjoy it very much, and I thank you guys for your support from day one. So thank you again. Please support your number one station, New Season Gospel FM. The best way that you can do that too is by prayer. Always praying for our station and for everyone in New Season Worship Center, and by share the broadcast. Please share the broadcast and let somebody else know that we are here and we're here for you all 24/7, newseasonfm.com, and every single day, every morning, every afternoon. So share the broadcast and let others know that we are here, and that's the best way that you can help us as well, and we greatly appreciate it. Also, tomorrow, it's just a day away. It's Fun Friday. So make sure you tune in first thing in the morning for In His Presence, 6:30 a.m. Don't miss it. It is always a blessing to be on. And of course, come on back 8 a.m. with the Pastor Steve Show alongside Pastor Henry for Fun Friday, or as I like to call it, Fun Friday. Yay. I love it. It's always a fun time. So come on back tomorrow morning and join us, because I'll be on as well for a fun time on this Friday. And then in the afternoon, we have prayer time at 12 in the afternoon. So come on back at 12 o'clock and join us for prayer as well. Sunday, we have church day. Sunday, church day at 11 a.m. So feel free. Join us for church. New Season Worship Center. We are right here in the beautiful city of Sunrise, Lauderhill. One of the two. We're here at 4660 North University Drive in Lauderhill, Florida, 33351 or 33319. And you can check out the website, newseasonwc.com. And all the information is there. So don't forget the awesome things that we have going on. It's so much to do, which is absolutely awesome. Don't forget, coming up, we have Pastor Steve's concert. That's going to be pretty amazing. You guys don't want to miss that. So if you have not gotten your ticket, please do so. You can give us a call, 954-533-8187. And you can talk to somebody here and we'll help you out. Or you can go on the website as well, or visit PastorStephenBuchanan.com and you can get your ticket there as well. So don't miss out. The fact that you did not get a ticket is not an excuse. There's so many ways that you can get a ticket. So we look forward to seeing you there as well. And don't forget our get your ticket or I'm coming for you. Well, let me tell you, Sister Mina don't play. Sister Mina don't play. She will come after you. She will come get your money and she will come give you a ticket. But she's going to get your money first. So don't play. Be here, be square, like Sister Anne-Marie said the other day. So you guys really don't want to miss that. It's going to be amazing. And then don't forget our business directory. If you go right on our website, newseasonwc.com, you'll be able to see the directory itself, how to join, the benefits that you get. You don't want to miss that. That doesn't come around very often. And we can all use community support. in our businesses, and just to let people know that what we're doing, and even if it's one person, guys, one person is enough. So go on the website, newseasonwc.com, check out our new season's business directory, and do what you got to do and make it happen. Don't forget your ticket for our Pastor Stevens concert. And moi, will see you again, God's willing, over the weekend. If not, then next week on another episode of Yes with Yesse. Cece, I see you. Sister Diane, I see you. Thank you so much for joining. Everyone that was on with me this evening, thank you so much. I absolutely love when you guys come and spend some time here with me on Yes with Yesse. You see, Sister Anne-Marie says, be there or be square. Thank the Lord I'm the one that has the cane in here, because these girls, these girls. So on that note, guys, again, I will see you, God's willing, next week on another episode of Yes with Yesse. Hey, really quick, if you guys have a story idea, if you want to share your testimony, if you have, anything at all that you think that we can relate to and that somebody can learn from, if you want to send it my way, my email is yeswithyesse. Yes with YESSE. Yeswithyesse.com. I'd love to hear from you, and just spice things up and get all y'all to share your stories, and just reach out to people. And you never know how your story can impact one person. And that's all that matters, right? That is all that matters. So good night, everybody. Good night. Cece, I see you. Oh, thank you, Ms. Mina. Yeswithyesse.com. Yeswithyesse.com. Visit my website there. Thank you to Pastor Stephen for creating that for me. So let's put it to use, guys. And again, if you have any stories that you want to share, information, resources, contact me. Again, it's yeswithyesse@gmail.com. You can go right on the website, actually, and do everything on the actual website as far as contact and all that good stuff. There's really awesome things in there. So don't miss out. Yeswithyesse.com. Yeswithyesse@gmail.com. So good night, everyone. Thank you again so much for joining. And Sister Mina, what's coming next is for you by accident, on purpose, but really by accident, because I had no idea what's going to happen. So I would give anything to see you dance to this song. So good night, guys. Thank you so much again for joining. And we will do it all over again next week, Thursday at 6 p.m. Don't forget.
I'm a living testimony. I was lost until you found me. And then you gave me a reason to believe I can make it through the night. And everything will be alright now. Yeah, yeah. Iti muma no bimo. Ime mu ifama. Daddy mure. Jehovah me. Iti muma no bimo. Ime mu ifama. Daddy mure. Jehovah me. Papa na you. Jesus na you. You dey make me one day silence and they go. I silence and they go. Papa na you. Jesus na you. You dey make me one day silence and they go. I silence and they go. Everybody silence and they go. Everybody silence and they go. Silence and they go. Silence and they go. Yeah. Silence and they go. Silence and they go. Silence and they go. Everybody silence and they go. Silence and let's go. Silence and they go. It's a brand new melody. Silence and they go. I'm a living testimony of your goodness and your love. Oh. Goodness and your love. Yeah. It is evident, oh, you can see the evidence, oh. You're blessing me, oh. It makes a difference, oh. You always blow my mind. You're the reason I can sing and scream your name. If you move, I know be more. You better move it for my daddy more. Jehovah, if you move, I know way too much. If I start to count the way, I can never count it all. Make my night a brighter day. Equal.